see those things in the office a lot.
It's a lot. I think it's a lot nicer. I think she doesn't have the chair. I did that ear.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes hand in hand. I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, they did a nice job getting it ready.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that? Oh, they sealed yours up? Oh, it's something else.
That's pretty cool.
Nicole's thing came down with what I had.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she started feeling it yesterday. But they're in, I think in Delmar right now. For the radiology program or whatever.
Oh, really? Cool. So that's what she thinks she wants to do, huh?
Yeah.
Good. That's a great field to go into. I can't see a thing. So you're still around. Glad to see you.
So we're going to have a council meeting next Monday also too, right? President's Day. Police all right.
Jeez, I'll be driving. I might be here by the skin of my teeth going to New Orleans.
Are you
I'm
sweet?
driving in Monday.
As I was telling Grace, she goes, you got a meeting Monday? I was like, I know. No, next Monday too. I was like, oh, okay. Okie doke.
Yeah, we're going to New Orleans Friday. Monday. What is this going on with Daggum? Why are we not talking about it?
Call to order a special meeting here at the City Council of Aransas Pass, Texas, 600 West Cleveland Boulevard, February 8, 2016, 7 p.m. Everybody please rise for the invocation. Lord, we'd like to give you thanks for this beautiful day. We ask you for your guidance as a council. We ask you for your guidance as a city. We ask you to watch over our youngsters as they grow up and our elderly that are getting up in age. We ask you, with the power that you bestow upon the city of Aransas Pass and your good graces, to keep us in your favor. We ask that things that happen for a reason. As you know, things don't always go right. But also, Lord, we also give you great thanks for the lessons learned from things that do happen. In your name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This will bring us to item number 5, our citizen comments. You'll be able to state your full name and your address, and the floor is now open for 3 minutes.
Dollar with TJ's Machine Shop out of Farm Road 2725. I know that we're here to talk about this annexation or industrial tax. Unless somebody else has objections, I would like to be able to hold all our comments till after we hear what y'all have to say.
Well, according to the way we got it written out, you have your choice to do it now or just take it as is.
But we don't know what we're going to.
No, I know.
We don't know what to comment on.
You can be happy, you can be pissed. We'll find out in a minute. I understand that, Mr. Tom.
You'll have we took it off consent. It's not just a vote. The floor will be open for comment.
Yeah.
Okay, after we hear
You will have your
what
time,
y'all
sir.
have.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anybody else like to say anything?
My name is Daniel Jimenez. I live at 140 North Arch Street in Aransas Pass. Some of my property was annexed at the Sherwood Forest annexation, and it has come to my attention that some of the people had requested to be tied into the city water, but the cost was somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,000.
Yes, sir.
And I'm here to ask the council to consider temporarily waiving that fee, since my understanding is that you want customers. You want water customers, you need water customers. That particular area that you annexed incorporated 3 colonias. The Sherwood Forest Colonia, the Falmouth Acres Colonia, and the Aransas County Acres Colonia. Those water lines were put in there through some type of government funding. The city did not actually pay the full cost to put those water lines in there. So technically, you're not having to recoup that cost. So I would like the council to consider that in the near future, and if necessary, if I have to ask to put that on the agenda, I would like to have that addressed by the council.
All right.
And
Do you have specific people, footage, or, because I'm just hearing this for the first time from you, sir.
well,
As far as who's hooking up
some
now,
individuals
no.
brought it up during the hearings, on the annexation hearings, and I have spoken to other people that have attempted to connect to the city water, but the costs are, like I say, in the neighborhood of $2,000.
Okay.
And maybe you would consider it as a welcoming gift, welcoming us into the community. I personally am connected to the water, so it wouldn't affect me at all. But I just would like the council to consider that.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else? If not, then that'll close our citizen comments, and we'll be moving on. This moves to item number 6, the consent agenda. All of the following items of the consent agenda are considered to be routine by the city council and will be enacted with one motion. There will be no separate discussion of this item unless a council member so requests. And if the discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. Which would be item 7A.
No, Mayor, that's.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a separate item. I don't believe
There are no items on consent.
And that's going to move us to item 7A. Sylvia?
Mayor and Council, the item before you is consider an act on the ordinance annexing the area along FM 2725. We have been working back and forth with industry as late as Friday afternoon and over the weekend. I am not at the point to tell you I am ready to move forward in either direction. The IDA still requires some work and some language. So at this point, I would ask the council to table the item to allow staff more time to work through the issues. Hoping to have a meeting at the latter part of this week with the larger industry partners who have a very large stake in the amounts that are budgeted in their annual reports and what the IDA this year would look like. We did have a few industry pay their back amount owed. We still have some very large amounts outstanding. So an item for the IDA is they can't participate unless they pay their back or make some type of arrangement. So at this point, I'd like the council to consider tabling the item.
That'd be a good idea.
I have a question. Would we be ready for the next city council, or when do you propose?
I would ask the council to give me 30 to 45 days.
Okay.
By statute, we have 90 days. I don't believe it will take 90 days, but the larger industry partners, everybody has a different attorney. Alan's been working with 3 separate sets alone.
Okay.
So
So that should give both parties enough time to.
that should.
I know that Amelia and Mr. Jolly, they've all been working hard over there, getting their stuff lined up too.
Correct.
I have no issues with that.
Okay, so I make a motion that we table. What is it, the ordinance annexing the areas, giving the city manager, our city staff, 45 days?
45 days at the most. If we can bring it back sooner, we will bring it back sooner.
45 days max.
Yes.
Second the motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Before anybody leaves, anybody want to say anything? Yes, ma'am.
Well, Mary, you need to.
Okay.
It's you closed the item. You need. I don't know if you can reopen it.
Can we just let us speak their piece, Alan? Is there an issue with it?
Yeah, but I don't know if there'd be a whole lot of harm, just as long as you just want to take a couple of comments, maybe.
Amelia Segovia, 1386 FM 2725. And I'm glad to hear that it is being tabled so that we can talk more about it. But I didn't see anything on here about the districting, and one of the things we were told was that today, and I understand you're tabling, we would discuss who will be in the district, what persons or companies or whatever. Are you still considering district areas?
Yes.
And to set the districts?
We would prefer districts as opposed to annexation, Amelia. That's the reality. It's difficult when everybody has a different say. I think I told you the last time the residential piece would have to be exempted.
Also, the amounts that were in the draft that we saw, one draft, were quite different than what we anticipated.
70, 80, 90, and 100 were.
And the timeframes, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
the beginning out of the gate. That may
Will
not
that
be what we end
open
up.
for discussion?
That is, all of it is open for discussion. Like I
Okay.
said, there are 3 attorney sets having their
When will we be
say.
able to discuss that with you in the next meeting? You're going to
No, I'd like to hold a meeting on Friday. If I can get all of the interested parties together, I'd like to hold a meeting either here or at the Civic Center.
And we called you, or you'll notify us?
We'll notify you. We'll go door to door if we have to.
I'll check with you.
Okay.
All right, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Then that's it. Y'all have a good evening. If y'all don't stay, if y'all do stick around, hopefully we won't be too much longer. We're gonna go into executive session, the city council, in chapter 551 of our Texas Government Code, deliberations concerning real estate property of Combron Harbor. Thank you for being here.